Now, you might have seen NanoPaint the other day that tries to take advantage of how fast Nano tends to be, but I get it. Some people like their transactions short and sweet. But what about those of us who prefer them long and delicious? Well, BatcoifPaint is just for such people. Let's do a tour of the board while we talk about the incredible possibilities here. Now, you might not be able to tell, but the board is not blank. It comes pre-mined. I mean pre-boarded. Because I thought that by having just a few subliminal messages, we could get people moving in the right direction. So, like magic internet money, like what the hell is that? What we really care about is gold. Okay? It's a store of value, people. And, the miners have rights. And I trust the cartel. And as those fees go up, we know that our friendship grows together. Blockstream did nothing wrong. They just facilitated this. And, here's a little logo for Batcoif. We can come up with all sorts of fancy symbols for it, but, I think that pretty much is indistinguishable from a bat. So, and then there's other things too. ASICs are people too. That's a very important thing. And, people go on and on about the cartel being this like centralized force in China or whatever, but when I asked them really about it, and some of the controversies like Hong Kong, they told me to just hold long because, that's what it really is at the end of the day. And then that's not even getting into the environmental possibilities here, but okay, let's actually go over the technology here. So ASICs are people too. So what if we wanted to edit this? Like, for example, this R looks like it's not totally attached. Let's fix that up. Well, in NanoPaint, you just scan the QR code and you instantly see it happen. But BatcoifPaint gives us an opportunity to learn a little bit about ourselves, to learn about patience and understanding and fees, So the way it works is as follows, okay? You pick whatever color you want. In this case, I want to have the same color. And when you scan it, you'll notice there's a little difference. First, it costs an amount that comes from the Batcoif network. It will actually go and query what the current amount is, that is like how much it costs to send Batcoif to someone else, and then it will charge you that as part of the transaction cost. So you can actually see for yourself the underlying value of the transaction. So let me scan it, and we'll notice something together. Okay, scan and send. Okay, now you're going to notice it didn't immediately come up. Let me explain that while I fill out the next one too. Now, the idea here is as follows. Instead of immediately just fulfilling the transaction, all right, now I'm sending the next one. Yeah, instead of immediately filling it out, it will actually mine them in blocks. So it's distributed the same way Batcoif is. Every, on average, 20 minutes or so, it will query all the pending transactions and then actually fulfill them. And this gives us a serious opportunity to do some cool stuff. I just spent $12 to color those two tiles, and, it hurts a little bit, but maybe, Bitcoin gives us an opportunity to increase the masochism in the world or something. But more importantly, I now have an opportunity to go read a book, to make some coffee, to, buy more Batcoif. I mean, you can do so much in the time it takes for a transaction to get fulfilled. All right, look, so I decided while we wait, let's just look at the transactions coming in. Here's the two that I scanned, each of them having about 6 nano assigned. And you'll observe here that the wait times are exponentially distributed. So in our case, we're going to wait 22 minutes for them to get completed. And you can do so much in 22 minutes. You could meditate or something. So last block was 2 minutes. Sometimes you get lucky and it's higher or lower depending on which way you want it to go. But in our case, we actually got something over 20 minutes. So this is an unusual case. But nevertheless, we find ourselves in this position. So now that we know about when it's going to come, I thought let's read the rest of the data on this page. So here you can see it's far simpler than in the Nano protocol. Basically, you just click a tile, choose a color, scan the QR code, pay the fee, and wait for the next block. You can also use this Natrium link and get to waiting as well. It works the exact same way as NanoPaint, except it's just better. It uses the exponentially distributed wait times, and fees are calculated in real time from the BatcoifPaint network. We talked about it. Oh, golly, there's the environmental aspect. So all the fees go towards the Cut the Trees Fund. You know, they do have that statement or that motto: 2 users, 2 smokestacks, unlimited potential. And the point here is this: we can together get to 500 parts per million. You know, when 2 people work together, we can burn the equivalent electricity of a city. So it's some pretty great stuff. And there we go. You see them both happen at the exact same time. That's the power of BatcoifPaint. 22 minutes of waiting, well worth it in my opinion. All right, that's been BatcoifPaint. I can't wait to see what the community comes up with as the board progresses. So stay tuned for more.